Shabbat Shalom, Kol Loyum, Wakabah, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Aruchakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I hope you brothers and you few sisters are having a blessed new moon. And, I just want to get this lesson in. Uh, as you can see in the headline, Judgment of God, question mark. Disaster after disaster keeps striking the United States, aka Babylon the Great, all right, modern Egypt, Nineveh, etc., Rome. And we at the end of this thing, and the Lord is going to continue to turn up, all right? We in the year of the Lord is turning up, as the apostle coined it, and we're seeing it. All right, the Lord is like he said in Isaiah, that his word will not return unto him void. Let's go to Isaiah 55:10 real quick. It says, For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right. When the Lord speaks a thing, it's final. That's pretty much it. It cannot, uh, his words that he spoke, it unless the Lord repents, it's not going to make a U-turn and return back to him. Not like an order or something when you mail something out and you got something wrong and they return it right back to you. That doesn't happen with the Most High. All right. And did the Lord speak of, disasters, calamities, crises, miseries? He sure did. And these are all indicators that the Lord is not only visiting this place, but his son is getting ready to be revealed. But we all know that the Lord's going to appear like a thief in the night. So there's no given date, set date or time when the Lord's going to return. It's just going to happen. It's going to catch the whole world by surprise. But leading up to that, this is what we're going to be seeing, man. All right, signs, warnings, uh, wonders, miracles, all type of things, man. Disasters, strange weather patterns is what we're going to see. And let me get real quick, because a lot of this devastation is bringing a lot of misery upon these people because they're really proud, super proud in their wickedness. All right, Second Ezra 8 and verse 50 says, For many great misery shall be done to them in the latter time, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. The scriptures say in Thessalonians, I believe, well, I think it's no, Second Timothy, and men shall be lovers of their own selves, you know, boasters, proud, so on and so forth. And that's what you see. Everybody think that they got it. You know, they think that um, walking after their own devices, that nothing can ever happen to them. They got their head in the sand. They living in their own uh, bubble world, their own alternate reality, and they don't even realize that they're being snared in an evil time while they're walking on in their vanity. Let's get Ecclesiastes 9 and was it 12? And it says, For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. And because they're walking in their that mindset that they got, they're never prepared for the evil. It says in Proverbs 22:3, the prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right. So, we already know that, the Heavenly Father is, he's turning up on his visitation, man, visiting this place, especially right here in Babylon, or the place where everybody's, focused on their own pleasures and desires. Like it says in Isaiah 47, thou that are given to pleasure and dwellest carelessly, just overindulged in decadence and don't have a care in the world. Well, you start to figure it out, and you will start to care. But for a lot of you jakes, it's going to be too late. The Lord even said in Hosea that he would return and hide his face until you acknowledge your offense. And you niggas are still, doing what you do. Hosea 5:15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. Because right now is the time, man. All right, it says that in was that Isaiah I believe it's in the 55th chapter, but it says to basically you want to turn to the Lord, man. You know, now is the time to turn to the Lord, okay? Because you never know. But the Lord's he's gonna turn his face and he's gonna close up the doors of mercy. All right. Until you acknowledge your offense, acknowledge, your transgressions, and the Lord got his men out there uh enlightening you on what your transgressions are and what it means to repent and turn back to Heavenly Father and walk on the straight and narrow. All right. Because and until you clean up your act, you're gonna get caught up. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. All right. And you're going to continue to get afflicted, man. You're already being afflicted economically, financially. Now you got to change your lifestyle. You got to, make sacrifices. You can't live it up like you used to live it up. All right. Inflation is kicking in your ass. Even though they starting to lighten up on the gas prices, but it's still pretty high. Still, the food and the grocery markets are still climbing up. So your grocery baskets are being less fooled. You're getting lesser and lesser items. So you finna suffer those miseries, man. All right, more homelessness, more poverty, and if you homeless, you out there suffering from these disastrous weather, extreme weather patterns, dealing with floods, you know, thunderstorms, earthquakes. This is what's happening right here in Babylon the Great. Okay, so let me go into this, and it says have you become numb to all the bad news yet? Almost every single day, something really horrible seems to happen in the United States. It is just one thing after another, and it has been that way for months. Yeah, and the Lord, He's let's go here real quick. This is just the Lord addressing all the wickedness. Is it 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 5? It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." All right, you didn't did it. Okay, it's just so much wickedness going on, man. Looking at the behavior of our people, the 2/3. All you gotta do is just look at World Star, look at TikTok. Jake is far. They're far gone. They're gone. Yes, and N Dubs. They fucking Basically had a damn pool party in a damn train at a subway. All right, naked, twerking, just a total embarrassment, man. All right, you got uh, Jake families getting into brawls at Disney World. It just all it's just chaotic with Jake, man. And then you got the whole rainbow soup agenda, and they're trying to change the order of gender. They're trying to redefine and reclass what gender is. Um, they're brainwashing the children in the schools. Try got transformers. Trying to groom them. It's just all out sickness, man. So wickedness have definitely exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Okay. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's the men of the Lord that are constantly vexed because they gotta, see this shit. And the Lord, hears our cries, man. The brothers constantly sending up, curses, you know, 'cause sick and tired of this place, you know. You had one woman, your brothers was posting this the other day. I think it was yesterday. You had one woman, she took a picture and she's pregnant. She takes a picture with two men kissing both sides of her belly. And they're basically saying that it's a strange phenomenon that she's pregnant with twins, but both of the babies have the two different fathers, and it happens to be the two men who impregnated her. They both kissing her belly while she's, smiling for the camera. This world is just is too much right now, man. All right, like Elder Yashawamba always say, there's a flood-like behavior going on in the earth. All right, was that Genesis the sixth chapter where it says that the heart of man was continually evil? Well, hey, nothing new under the sun. History always repeats, and this is why the Lord is turning up on his judgments, man. He's turning up on these disasters, and guess what? The Lord is only beginning. All right, He's only just beginning, man. You know how like when your father, he start to cause you in trouble, you done did some shit, and he comes home and he whooped that ass, but right in the beginning, he hit you just one time, and you already crying and kicking your feet up and no, you screaming and acting like he killing you, and he like, boy, you know, I ain't even hit you yet. I ain't even hit you that hard. If you don't stop, I'm gonna really go in. You know, hey, the Lord, he's just beginning, man. He ain't really hit hard yet. And you think this is bad? All these disastrous floods that's going on that didn't hit, because right now you got in Kansas, St. Louis, that shit is flooded out, man. You see, and then you already know tropical storms and hurricane season that's like literally right around the corner. You know, you got all these power outages happening all over the country, so it's gonna be something. Or it could be a potential lockdown because they just locked down Wuhan again. It's after a certain number of cases, they just got shut down, locked down. Okay, so the world, the WHO declaring a global state of emergency over this FAG pox thing. You already know that they finna bring phase two, part two, right here to the states, man. But this is like I said, this is the Lord addressing you people in your pride and your wickedness, man. All right, because you're walking in the same way that you were going back to the time of Noah. All right, Genesis 6, verse 5, and it says, matter of fact, let me read this in the amplified translation. Yeah, we're gonna go to Genesis 6 in the amplified Bible. This is Genesis 6 and 5, and it says, the Lord saw that the wickedness, depravity of man was great on earth. Just that depraved behavior in these people, man. Everybody's you know, operating off of their impulse. They have no reason, no self-control, just violent, all type of road rage incidences, a lot of sexual perversion going on. All right, it says depravity, moral corruption, wickedness, and that's what you're seeing in the earth. And they're trying to justify and normalize pedophilia. That's what they're talking about at TED Talks, you know, and it's sick, man. Vice, perversion, pervertedness, deviance, degeneracy, immorality. Yeah, morality is declined, and that's the sign of the fall of an empire, man. When morality is gone, shamelessness, debauchery, and that's what you see. Okay, women walking around with their tits out, no shame in the world. You know, women bragging about how many, their body counts, how many dudes they done laid with. No consequences, no judgment going forward. So that's why it says that in Ecclesiastes 8, because sins against the evil work isn't executed speedily, therefore it's in the heart of the sons of men to do evil, wickedness. All right. So you got a globe full of reprobates. So the Lord's gonna slowly but surely just keep turning up on the plagues, addressing these people until he finally steps in and bring forth the second death. Because right here, this is what led to the first death. It says, and the power saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth. All right. Meaning the depraved behavior. The Lord saw that the wickedness, depravity of man was great on the earth, and that every imagination or intent of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually. The Lord regretted that he had made mankind on the earth, and he was deeply grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy, annihilate mankind, whom I have created from the surface of the earth. All right. So the Lord is he's bringing forth, these different incidences that's destroying these people, whether it be through um pestilences, and a lot of that is going around. All right. You got brain eating bacteria found in certain beaches. Um, you got the FAG pox. You got the Marburg going around again. You got somebody in New York caught the polio virus, and they're trying to, and the CDC, the big pharma, trying to find any excuse to just shoot people up, man. They're gonna use all these different so-called viruses that they're discovering or whatever that people are being infected with. They're gonna use this as an excuse to get everybody shot up, injected. But we know not to trust this devil in any way. The people that did get it, they're finding out they had to find out the hard way, and now they're realizing that they've been deceived. So it's gonna be a lot harder for these devils this time around. All right, but a lot of stuff is going around. More people starting to feel the effects of the previous jump shots. All right, that they allowed injected into their body. So destruction is happening, man. People dropping dead, all type of celebrities dropping dead. Okay, It says, not only human, but the animals and the crawling things and the birds of the air, because it deeply grieves me to see mankind sin, and I will regret that I have made them. Okay. And that's what's going on. And then of course you got Noah, he represents the just. And the Lord had mercy upon Noah. Okay. And he represents the elect. All right. It says, verse 11, it says, the population of the earth was corrupt, absolutely depraved, spiritually and morally putrid in God's sight. All right. It's a lot of unbelief, a lot of incredulity, a lot of people speaking against the Most High. Like you had that Lizzo looking end up on TikTok, having the audacity to speak on the Most High and saying that basically he's egotistical. He has an ego. Just talking reckless, man, with no fear. Okay. And whatever spirituality these people have is really dim. All right. Or something on the left hand side, spiritually wicked, people dealing with witchcraft and sorcery and tarot card reading and all that crap. So it's just the land is filled with wickedness. It says, and the land was filled with violence, discretion, infringement, outrage, assault, and lust for power. The Most High powers looked upon the earth and saw how debased and degenerate it was, for all humanity had corrupted their way on the earth and lost their true direction. And here we are to this day. Same thing, man. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Let me read it in the NLT. And it says, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before, nothing new. It's like nothing under the sun is truly new. That's why we're back at it, and it's even worse now, and that's why the Lord is addressing these people with plagues. All right. So let's continue to read, it says here in 2nd Ezra 15, but I will bring them with Slakia, verse 9, it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I would surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Or the Lord's going to display his divine power again, like he did in ancient Egypt. And he's going to deliver his remnant, his elect. All right, up out of here. It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And he's smiting this place with plagues. And the plagues are going to just continuously increase. So yes, this is clearly the judgment of the Most High, man. Disaster after disaster striking this place. Okay. Um, right now, he's dealing with a series of floods, a lot of heavy flooding. Like you see right here, it says it's mentioning the situation in the Midwest right now. Um, it says it is as if we are in the midst of some sort of a perfect storm that never seems to end. In all of my years of writing, I have never seen anything like this. There's so much bad news happening right now that it is literally impossible to keep up with it all. Events are starting to accelerate at a pace that is absolutely breathtaking, and I am extremely concerned about what the remainder of 2022 will look like. For months, I have been writing extensively about the endless drought in the western half of the nation. We're being told that it is the worst multi-year mega drought that the region has experienced in 1,200 years, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, and like all the reservoirs, the springs, these rivers are all the water levels are getting reduced, and now major cities that rely upon that water, they have to get reduced to water rationing. You know, and a lot of people that have homes that had lawns, they had to rip out all that grass. They had to rip out all the grass and get a bunch of rocks and dirt dumped into their yard, and that's even expensive. Just to save water. Now, it's an act of the Lord when you got this severe mega drought going on in the West, but meanwhile he's flooding out the other half of the country. That got to be an act of the Lord, man. We need water, but yet the Lord is using water to flood this place, and but we're still in a drought. He's still going to keep this condition of this drought upon us, you know. So that's like the Lord taunting us, well, taunting this wicked society. Like, I'm gonna drought you and flood you at the same time. Like, that's, come on, man. That's why you're supposed to fear him. It says, meanwhile, we are witnessing absolutely unprecedented flooding in the eastern half of the United States. For example, some parts of Kentucky were just pummeled by more than 10 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. Heavy rain poured down across eastern Kentucky late Wednesday into Thursday, triggering flash flooding that caused mudslides, washed away homes and roadways, and promoted a flash flood emergency. The deluge produced more than 10 inches over a 24-hour period in the hardest hit areas and came only days after another disastrous flood inundated, inundated the St. Louis area. And you already know all that water is contaminated, with all type of toxins and chemicals. You know what I'm saying? And that same water is run, flushing out cities, canals. A lot of homeless people getting affected. Probably they tents got washed down. You know, people's homes getting flooded. Their cars underwater. This is a calamity, man. The Lord said, "I will bring um miseries upon them that walked in the latter days because they walked in great pride, man. Many great miseries." Okay, He's bringing them calamities, and that's because your behavior is what's warranting these judgments. So I think it's Sirach 40. Yeah, Sirach 40, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "Such things happeneth unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners: death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities." And these floods are calamities, famine, tribulation, hardship. A lot of you people suffering economic hardship right now. And the scourge, these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. And it's going to continue to happen, man. Okay? All this flooding. And then over here, last night, well, really since, I want to say maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, it had been rain. We've been getting a lot of rain and flash floods, lightning, thunderstorms. And last night we had a monsoon. It was just nonstop lightning going off, all night. Okay, and the casinos here, the Vegas hotel casinos got flooded out. See if I can find that on here. Yeah, bear with me while I wait on this. Now YouTube on a trip. Yeah, here we go. This is in one of the casinos. Let's see what this is.
Las Vegas monsoon season hits with a bang here in Las Vegas, with high winds and plenty of water everywhere, flooding in the streets, flooding underneath casinos. As you can see here, the waters just keep coming. And also, this is Caesars. Their roof is leaking here onto their casino floor, and Circa takes a big hit at their sports book here as massive flooding goes on their casino floors as well. Even their digital display has been damaged because of the water seeping through of a broken pipe that happened. And you can see workers here just mopping up the mess and trying to get rid of all that water. But you can see the streets are still flooded here in Las Vegas. So be careful if you're coming here in the monsoon season. We get some heavy rains for sure. Subscribe for more for Las Vegas news.
Yep. Yeah, it was pouring hard last night, man. You know. But hey, I gave glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know. Let's get real quick, get a couple scriptures. Let's get Job 30, is it 35, I think, and 28. Saki, I think it's Job 38 and 25. And yeah, Job 38 and 25, it says, who have divided, hmm, yeah, I'm just read that. It says, who have divided a water course for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder? And that's all I saw last night. Heavy rain, streets got flooded, you know, and then there was a bunch of lightning, nonstop lightning. It was a monsoon going on. Y'all can go on YouTube and look it up. It was like a man, the sky was lit up, man, nonstop. All right. It says to cause it to rain on the earth where no man is, on the wilderness wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth. But guess what? In this case, the Lord can do this and still make sure that the ground is dry as hell after, and nothing grows. So that's how you know the Lord is bringing judgment on Babylon. Okay, this is a disaster for farmers, which they already destroyed a lot of the food crops. All right, previous years before, been a lot of flooding, a lot of you had that polar vortex the beginning of last year that ruined a lot of crops and wheat, cornfields and stuff in the Midwest and in the South. So the Lord is doing major damage on this place before He totally takes it out. Okay, let's get another one. And this is for what's happening in the Midwest right now. There's Isaiah 28 and 2. It says, behold, the Lord have a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail in a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. All right. Hurricanes, massive floods, that's what that'll cause. You're gonna have some people that's gonna die, a lot of people that's gonna take losses, lose homes, property, damaged vehicles, businesses. So these are all calamities coming these people way, and good. And the Lord is only beginning, man. Okay. So let me read a little bit more, and then we'll close out with a few more scriptures. It says, let me scroll down. It says in some areas it literally looks like a tsunami has just came through. One local meteorologist admitted that he does not have the words to describe the incredible devastation that has taken place. Chris Bailey, WKYT's chief meteorologist, said, I don't have the words to describe the amount of devastation daylight will uncover across eastern Kentucky. This is likely to go down as one of the worst flash flood events to ever hit the state. And then I want to say, I don't know if it was either Kentucky or Kansas, one of them states over there, where months ago you had all them severe um, tornadoes hitting. All right, it was tearing shit up over there, man. People dying, people homes being tossed in the sky. Did a lot of damage, man. So you had that, and then now you got all these flash floods. So the Lord is He's visiting the world which He made, man. And you people still walking in pride, still denouncing Him. All right. So this is why the Lord is only going to continue to respond in this manner. Even if this is all Esau, even if the Lord is using Esau with his harp technology, because he got weather modification. All right, unto him was given a great sword to take away peace from the earth. So he has that type of technology, but even still, that's still the Lord. You know, this devil can't do nothing without the power of the Lord on the left hand. On the left hand, okay. Um, it's just this continues to just talk about the flooding that's happening in the Midwest, but you know, we know that there's going to be more after this, man. Look for a hurricane season that's going to prop up, more power outages, more people to end up homeless because they're going to lose a lot. All right, this devil, and it's going to be the perfect time for this devil to clamp down, take away more of your liberties. All right, he can justify more tyranny and bring forth more draconian legislation. He can do a lot right now, and he's doing it behind the scenes. They already done had those meetings, the Bilderberg Group meeting, the meeting in Davos, World Economic Forum. And this devil coming down with great wrath because he know that he had but a short time. Okay, he's gonna do more false flag events. That's we already know that's coming. Work at taking away your weapons, your guns. All right, to restrict and regulate more of your internet content. So he's taking away your freedom of speech. All right, and he's gonna make it harder for you to access or have access to the truth. So the famine of the world that's gonna be ushered in at some point. It's like, hey man, just look at how everything is looking, man. That's why we gotta stay on our watch, man. All right, watch it. Let me get that in loop. We gotta watch as well as pray. All these plagues and disasters are continuously increasing. Yeah, Isaiah 21 verse 34 says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare it shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch you therefore and pray always that you may be able, it's like that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. All right. And that's why we got to constantly watch. We got to do self-examination. All right. The Lord is going to put us through manifold temptations and different tests. And we got to know that we're being tested and fear the Lord and apply this wisdom, man. And as long as we do the right thing, the Lord's going to preserve us. He's going to protect us. He's going to bring us through the fire. Okay. But meanwhile, the Lord's going to turn up on his judgments, on his plagues. Let's go back to Second Ezra. Let's go to the 16th chapter. And you even got because in the video that I put up about the pestilences being in the beginning of sorrows, you also have it's basically like some disease that's plaguing little children right now. You know, I'm forgetting which what the virus is called. But it's getting these children, and they saying that it's not even normal. You know, some type of viral infection, and I mean, like yo, you know. So the Lord is he's plaguing these people, man. And then also, I think there was this this bacteria that they're finding in the Gulf of Mississippi. I think it's called the Burke the the Burkholderia or something like that. But it's basically like a bacteria that's rare that causes a serious illness. I believe that the name of the illness is called mol molio molioidosis, if I'm not mistaken, molioidosis, and it's all happening in parts of the Gulf of Mississippi. Okay, a couple people, a couple residents got sickened by it. They say it could be deadly. It can kill you. So the Lord is bringing the pestilences up, man. So this is Second Ezra 16 and verse 5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it had begun to burn? One turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" All right, you can't stop it, man. I'm gonna jump down to verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, beginning of sorrows and great mournings, beginning of famine and great death. Be coming into that. Beginning of wars. You got China giving constant warnings about Pelosi visiting Taiwan. They're gonna take that as a threat, and you know, who knows what measures they're gonna take. All right, it can very well pop off. You know, if the U.S. shows up in they backyard, man. All right, and then you still got what's brewing with Russia. So you know, it can very well pop off real soon. It says, "And the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness." See, all these things are happening, and these people are so blinded by their wickedness that they don't see that the Lord is still, and I'm talking about our people, two-thirds of our people, they still don't see that the Lord is being long suffering with them because we're still out there amidst these things that are happening, and it's going to continue to worsen. We're as long as the Lord got us out there, we're going to be out there, still, you know, extending the Lord's hand, getting you to repent, to return, to come out of this wicked cesspool, turn back to your Maker, man, and come back to your identity. But you know they're not going to turn from their wickedness. They're not going to want to repent. The Lord even said that they will not that men love darkness rather than light. They will not come to the light, you know, because they love the darkness that they're in. You know, neither come to the light lest their deeds should be reproved. So they're not going to turn from their wickedness. All right? It says, "Nor be always mindful of the scourges." So they gotta go through it the other way. All right. And let me jump down to it goes into men dying in the wars. It's just so much devastation. Women, they're gonna mourn having no bridegrooms. A lot of the men are gonna drop dead. There's gonna be a shortage of men, so these women are gonna be unprotected. All right, and these women are gonna definitely change their tune. All this all this cash money shit they've been talking these past few decades or so, they're gonna change their tune real quick, man. All right, 'cause it's finna get raw. All right, it's Verse 37, it says, Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her great birth pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. All right. And that's what this article is describing, how it's just one thing after another, all bad news every single day, you know, back to back to back, man. It's always something. Well, hey, that's the Lord, because we that's the world feeling travail, the birth pains worldwide, man. The uproars of the people, the riots, the protesters, those farmers over there in the Netherlands and other parts of the world, they all are feeling it, man. The whole earth is groaning. All right, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. You see that? Because that child gotta come forth. All right. It says, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. All right, on every side, man. Okay, so we're definitely coming to that time of trouble, tribulation, man. Okay, and there ain't nobody finna be raptured up, before it gets real crazy. Okay, no, we through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom. All right, we gonna come out of great tribulation. So we got to go through it. We got to go through that fire. But this is all for the wicked. The Lord is punishing the world, man. This is all for the wicked. All right, so that's pretty much it, man. I just want to go into this. Lord willing, this was edifying, and we give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. And to the next lesson, I say, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.